guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kritika and I make videos related to food, beauty and lifestyle. So if any of that interests you, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I'm here to talk about a very new makeup launch. This product launched like last week and this has been one of the most hyped makeup launch majorly for me because I was really eyeing this product and I really liked it. This sounded very promising to me, and I am talking about the Nykaa All Day Matte Foundation. Yes guys, this product recently launched last week and I just couldn't wait to get my hands in it, majorly because of its pricing and every other detail that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So I had to test it and try it to actually review it for you guys. I've applied this quite a few times. I grabbed this one on their launch day itself, and since then I've been trying this to let you know my real review for this one. So if you want to know everything about this foundation, then please keep on watching the video till the end. So this one is the Nykaa All Day Matte Foundation. Nykaa definitely had a few foundation launches already, but this was the newest launch. This one retails for rupees 599 and is very easily available on Nykaa stores both online and offline. So if you want to try your shade, you can definitely go ahead on an offline Nykaa store and try the shade, get your hands on this foundation from there. I am in the shade 03 Cashew. This is more of a very yellow toned shade for my skin tone. It is ever so slightly lighter for my skin tone, but the 04 shade was more pinkier side, so I had to get my hands on this one. I really like the packaging of this foundation majorly because it comes in this glass bottle packaging and a plastic cap, and it also has all of the details mentioned over here of about its production, ingredients and everything else. It also has its shade name over here and over here. Packaging is really sturdy. So you also get this one with a pump, which is great because taking out foundations can get really messy if you do not have a pump sort of packaging. Even in case of tube packaging or without anything, it gets really messy. So pump is a really nice addition. I love the packaging of this product. This one gives you 30 ml of product and has a shelf life of 3 years, which is pretty decent. They have launched about 15 shades in this foundation range, which is great as per India. We definitely need more shades than just 15 shades, but in the Indian market 15 shades are really good. You can definitely go ahead and find a shade for yourself, though I would really want them to increase their shade range in this foundation. Also, this is vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free and dermatologically tested, which is a big yay. Now let's just go through everything that Nykaa claims with this foundation. They say this is an all-day wear foundation which feels like the second skin. This foundation is for all skin tones. They have soft matte finish, medium buildable coverage, lightweight, comfortable and non-cakey on skin. I'll definitely be talking about all of those claims and tell you if they are true or not. Talking about the finish of this foundation, yes guys, it is a matte finish. I do have it on my face right now if you can see, but it is not an absolute matte finish foundation like they mentioned. It is a soft matte formula and I believe that it is not completely 100% matte. It is somewhere in between. It is not dewy, hence which makes it perfect for summers. You can see it on my face. It is giving a very soft look and it looks so beautiful. I really love the finish of this foundation. Even when I applied it for the first time, I did get a few compliments on this foundation that it was looking something different from my usual makeup. Talking about the coverage of this foundation, it is definitely a medium coverage foundation. It is not absolutely full coverage, like it will cover all your imperfections, and it is also not very sheer coverage foundation. It is somewhere in middle. You can definitely sheer down this foundation a lot. So if you are using a little amount of foundation, then you can have a very nice natural finish, and if you want, you can also build this foundation up, but I would not suggest you building this up because the camera is just not able to pick up. But when I see myself in mirror very close, closely, I'm able to see my texture through this foundation. Like on camera, it looks absolutely flawless, I agree. But in the mirror, or even if anyone sees me closely, they can see the texture on my skin and the fine lines around my face and under eyes. So yeah, I would not suggest you building this up. You should be using the appropriate amount of this foundation, or it might look a bit cakey on your face. Talking about the texture of this foundation, it is not very thick. It is absolutely creamy, and it is also not very thin. It is somewhere in between. Again, it is the perfect creamy formula. Even when I blended it on my skin, it blended like no one's business. It was a dream to blend it. Like, I've used so many foundations, but this was the easiest one to blend. So yeah, it blends really well and has a texture just like a moisturizer. So that's a very big. As you can see it on my face, on one side I am applying it using just my fingers, and it blends so easily even with just fingers. When I apply it using my fingers, it definitely gives a more matte finish rather than as compared to the sponge side. When I applied it using a sponge, it was more of a very dewy finish, but nonetheless I loved both the side, and I prefer applying it using a sponge because that gives me a more natural finish. Sponge tends to pick up some of the product, it doesn't leave excess product on your face. So I prefer using it with a sponge, or you can definitely go ahead and use it with fingers as well, because even when I am in hurry, I use my foundations with fingers only, and it's very easily blendable, so there are no patch marks or streaks when applied through fingers. Having said all of that, you definitely need a little bit more foundation when you are using a sponge to apply it, because sponge again tends to pick up the product inside it, so you might need a little bit of more foundation when using a sponge. Talking about the feel of this foundation on face, it really does feel like a second skin. Like, it is so lightweight. I cannot feel anything, any makeup on my face, and it feels very natural, very skin-like. I totally agree with their claims. It is absolutely skin-like, natural, and very lightweight. Moving to how long wearing this foundation is, like they mentioned, this is definitely an all-day foundation. Like, I applied this to experiment how long it lasts for me, and I applied it in the morning and went out for my work. I was busy with some kitchen shoots, and I was literally in some commercial kitchens where I tested this foundation. It was sweaty over there. I had to put the mask all the times, and it was the ideal condition that could happen, like which could remove the foundation. But even by the end of the day, this foundation was still there on my face. Like the blush and the highlighter did move from their place, but this foundation was there. And as we proceeded through the day, the foundation gave me a much more natural finish. So when I applied this foundation, it looked completely matte and foundation like. But as the time passed, it got to a more natural coverage, natural finish, and literally skin like finish, and it did not move. I had to remove it all by myself at night. So it definitely stays on your face for about 5 to 8 hours very easily. Talking about the creasing of this foundation, since I am a dry skin type, I did face some issues with creasing. It especially creases up over here from my smile lines and also my under eyes. So I do need to set it up with a loose powder. Like, I was just trying and seeing if this foundation actually creases up, and when I applied this, just 5 minutes after applying it, it started creasing up from my under eyes, and I had to set it using a loose powder. So yeah, for a dry skin type, I believe it does creases majorly from your under eyes and around your mouth. So you would want to set it to avoid the creasing process. Moving on to the part where you can see, even when you apply the products, this foundation doesn't move from its place. I applied this blush, highlighter and everything, and all of the products sit very beautifully on this foundation. Like, there's no product moving or no issues. It looks so flawless in the photographs. It doesn't have a flashback. So I actually enjoy taking photographs with this foundation on. It doesn't give a flashback flashback at all, and it looks so beautiful, natural, flawless. This is a perfect foundation for photography, I believe. Now coming on to one of the most important points, that what happens to this foundation when you put on a mask? Does it get off? So answering that question, yes, it does. So when I was in the commercial kitchen, I had to apply a mask all the time, and I was also sweating. So when I removed my mask, I definitely saw some foundation remains on the edges of the mask, and especially from my nose section. So I was able to see a line sort of over here, and that foundation from here had transferred to the mask completely, which is not a very big yay. But having said all of that, it still stayed. Even when I had applied the mask the whole day, it did not look like a streak line over here, something of that sort. That did not happen. There was just very minimal transfer of foundation on the masks. So you might want to remember that the foundation transfer on mask is very low, but it is definitely there. Now let's test this foundation for oxidization. As you can see, I'm applying a swatch of foundation over here, and then we'll check it after 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I am applying a fresh swatch of the foundation. If you can see, it doesn't really oxidize a lot. I believe it goes on the fairer side maybe. But yeah, it doesn't really oxidize a lot. There's some oxidization whatsoever. That was my review for this foundation. I tried to do a very in-depth review for you guys to test it out completely and give you the absolutely correct verdict. This video by no means was sponsored. My complete review of why you should buy this foundation or why you should not. Firstly, it literally feels like skin. Secondly, it has an amazing coverage of medium buildable coverage. Thirdly, it looks very natural yet soft matte. Fourth, it is in an affordable range. Like, it is not super affordable, but it is in the medium range, so you definitely get way more expensive foundation with similar formulas. You can definitely try your hands on this one for the formula and the whole product that they are giving you. Fifth, I love its packaging. The pump is a great addition. Sixth, being Nykaa, it's very easily available. Seventh, it is vegan and cruelty free and paraben free. Eighth, it has good number of shades. Ninth, it is absolutely lightweight. And 10th, it is definitely perfect for photographing and photographs, and it looks flawless on the skin. 11th, it blends like a dream and you can apply it using any tool. Things I do not like about this foundation, it does creases a bit. It is not extremely mask proof. Third, they can definitely include more amount of shades to add more inclusivity to the range. So overall, if you are someone who's looking out for a good foundation this summer season, which looks like a soft matte finish, has medium buildable coverage, and looks very natural and flawless on your skin, then you can definitely pick this one out. It is priced at rupees 599, which is a medium budget range, but being Nykaa, you can definitely grab that on discounts. They keep on having different sales, so definitely go ahead and buy it during a sale so you can save some extra money on it. So guys, I hope you liked this review video. Do let me know how did you like this, and also let me know in the comments down below if you would want me to review more such product for you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye.